What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me again today. It is Thursday, November 16th, for my daily sports picks video here with JVille Sports, your daily source for free NBA picks every single day. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Again, thank you for joining. What I do is I pick every single NBA game of the schedule every single day, but I pick them money line, so a team just to win, whether they're favorites or underdogs. I picked them to win straight up. For example, yesterday, Indiana was on the road at Memphis. Indiana was underdogs. I believe it started at like 5 or 6, but by tip off it was +3. But still, I picked Indiana to win. So it's not with any points. It's Indiana to win straight up. They actually did win. So that's how I pick every game. There's a lot of NBA games, so I pick them straight up. When I make my bets of the day, which are usually at the end of the video, those will include spreads and or money lines. Um, so again, thank you for joining me today. That's what we do. I have an updated bankroll at the top of the screen. Every video, it's an updated total, whether I win or lose, and we're going to see how high I can go or how low I go as the NBA season goes on. So thank you for joining me on this NBA journey, and we'll see what happens. Let's recap what happened yesterday. There were 11 games on the schedule, always what we love to see. We went a pretty good 9-2. Our two losses were Miami at home. They got whooped by the Wizards. Not much to talk about there. The better team won. I gave the edge to Miami at home, but they could not get the job done. And then we had the Raptors on the road against the Pelicans. Same here. I gave the edge to the Pelicans at home. One of the major factors was Toronto was on the back-to-back. They had a tough game the night before at Houston. But again, the Raptors are the better team, and they played like it despite being on this second night of a back-to-back. So those are our two losses. Everything else came in. Let me put up our bets of the day from yesterday here. And bam, take a look at that. My favorite spread of the day yesterday was the Minnesota Timberwolves. Always a little bit risky to go against the Spurs, but I did like Minnesota in this spot to cover 5 points. Um, we know about the injuries the Spurs have. They were on a back-to-back, so T-Wolves at home -5. And that game was pretty close for a while there. It was back and forth, and then towards the end, late third quarter, fourth quarter, T-Wolves took that game away. So good bet there. And then we took the same T-Wolves, and then we turned that into a parlay. We threw in 4 additional spreads, so we had 5 spreads total in the NBA. We had 2 money lines in college football. Turned that into a 17 parlay, 25 to win, about $899. And guess what? It came in. Everything hit yesterday. It was a great day. We more than doubled our bankroll. So that is always what we are shooting to do. Um, so yeah, let's keep it rolling. I'll have another bet of the day at the end of the video today. So again, stay tuned for that. Because it is Thursday though, it's always a light schedule in the NBA. There's usually 2 TNT games, and then sometimes they throw in a third or fourth game. But tonight, only 2 games, 2 TNT games. First, we have the Warriors at Celtics. Really, really good game here. Obviously, 2 of the best teams in the league. Celtics with the best team in the East. Warriors with the best record, I should say. Both of these teams have the best record in their conference, is what I'm trying to say. Warriors, winners of 7 in a row. They covered the first 6, but then they did not cover their last game out. Steph Curry was out, so that definitely did hurt them a little bit. He is back for this game. Celtics have won 13 in a row. I'm not sure how many of those were covers. I know they had some close games in there. So we are going to see whose winning streak is going to come to an end. I'm going to take the Warriors to win this game on the road. I think they are the better team. when both teams are motivated, and I think they are going to be motivated to say, hey, you guys aren't that good to win 14 in a row. So that is my pick. Next, we have the Rockets at the Suns. Chris Paul finally returns to the lineup for the Rockets. I'm not sure if he's going to start right away, or if he's going to come off the bench for a game. But I'm excited to see what they become because the Warriors definitely need some competition, and the Rockets are one of the teams that can definitely give it to them. I just don't know with this game if Chris Paul is going to disrupt the flow that the Rockets have right now. They're playing so well right now. Throwing Chris Paul back into the mix, is that going to mess up the chemistry a little bit? Or are they just going to keep on rolling? So that is the question. I don't know if it's going to take a game or two or three for Chris Paul to get reacclimated into the offense. They're playing against Phoenix, not a great team. They've been competitive lately. 9.5 point spread. I could see Phoenix staying close and covering. But I do like Houston to win this game on the road. Um, so those are our picks. Looking to go perfect 2-0. Usually when there's only a few games, we have been going perfect. So we'll see if that happens again. Now let's get to our bet of the day. Gonna make it pretty short and simple here because there's not much out there. Warriors -7 on the road is my pick, for the reasons I mentioned above. Nationally televised game. Everybody's going to be highly motivated. Should be a very competitive game. That being said, I think the Warriors are the better team. Hopefully, if it is a close game, they get a bunch of free throws late, which they are automatic. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, foul any of them, they're going to hit their free throws. So maybe a close game towards the end, and then with the free throws, they cover the 7. So that's our bet. We'll put 95 on that to win 86. And that will do it. So thank you for joining me today for today's NBA Picks video. Again, I really appreciate your time and your support. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps support the channel. Again, leave your comments below on what games you like today. There's only two. Do you agree with the Warriors? Are you going with the Celtics at home? What do you think about the Rockets and Suns game? Let your fellow viewers know what you're thinking. The more information we all have, the better. But again, thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow.